Interesting. Spider-Man versus Superman. Battle of the Century comic books. So Spider-Man and Superman reunite. DC and Marvel extended crossover through 2026. This spring, DC and Marvel will launch two new one-shot spotlight the legendary duo. The most iconic team up in comic books is back. DC and Marvel announced today that their historic publishing crossover will continue through 2026, bringing Superman and Spider-Man together for both for both Fast Mile reprints and brand new adventures. Time to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Superman vs. The Amazing Spider-Man. The collaboration kicks off this January with two oversized Treasury editions. Fast Miles on January 7, 2026. DC will publish Treasury Edition 50th Anniversary of Superman vs. The Amazing Spider-Man #1, a faithful reprint of the groundbreaking issue that first paired the Man of Tomorrow with Marvel's Wall Crawler. That will be followed on February 4th, 2026 by DC and Marvel present Superman and Spider-Man Treasury Edition #1, a reprint of Marvel Treasury Edition #28, bringing another long out of print story back to shelves. The celebration doesn't stop there. This spring, DC and Marvel will launch two new one-shots spotlighting the legendary duo. DC takes the lead in March with Superman, Spider-Man #1, followed by Marvel, Spider-Man, Superman #1 in April, while creative themes and story details have yet to be revealed. Both issues promise fresh, original stories that honor the legacy of these cultural icons while charting new ground. So far, Marvel has released the first Deadpool Batman #1 crossover between the two companies, with Batman Deadpool #1 set for release on November 19. This marks a major continuation of the publisher's cross-company initiative that began in 2025 and shows no signs of slowing down. By revisiting the past while pushing forward with new material, DC and Marvel are positioning I don't know why I want to read Spider Super before
Spider-Man.
yeah, with Superman, Spider-Man team up. It's both a nostalgic celebration and a bold creative experiment for modern audiences. The hell with you, modern audiences, please.
All the two people.
Yes,
All the two people. Oh, boy.
Okay, tell us what you know now.
Oh,
tell
yes.
us what's the history of this, and why didn't I know that those two are actually in the same comic book? That's crazy.
You never asked.
Well, yeah, I never did.
Because it was in 1976, you know. So in 1976, when the two companies of Marvel and DC were just that publishing company, it's comic book publishers, and had to do crossovers from time to time so that they actually have some more money. They had this idea, actually, movie studios have this idea, you know, these are your flagship characters, and no matter what people say today, yes, Spider-Man is the flagship character of Marvel, not freaking Iron Man or whatever, you know? Whenever people say Marvel, they think about Spider-Man. Whenever they say DC, they think about Batman, I mean Superman. Sorry, say, I don't know, Superman. There was then in the 70s, there was this idea, hey, these are your flagship characters. Why don't we try to make a movie about that? Maybe it will make money. But because the Christopher Reeve Superman movie was already in production, and Spider-Man was set to have his TV show by that time. There was a TV show in the 70s with Spider-Man, horrible TV show, but anyway. And this could not happen. But anyway, the two publishers decide, what the heck, we're going to do it. Don't you love, guys, when actually historical things happen just for the heck of it, when somebody says, nah.
Yeah.
And they did it in 1976. Now I've read the story. I also refreshed myself a bit today. I found it again so that I could see some panels and watch some reviews to remember what happens. Horrible story, by the way. The art is great. 70s art, what you see over there, 70s art. Muscles, Spider-Man, Superman, great faces, everything is perfection. The story is campy as heck. No,
Yeah.
anyway, like for example, of course, the first thing that should happen is that they meet up in this crossover. That's the very first crossover that Marvel and DC were doing. After that, there were Avengers and Justice League, but much after that. In Avengers and Justice League, they actually said that the two things are parallel universes and they merge. Whereas here, they actually don't pretend that these are different stories. They actually say it's set up in one world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have New York, we have Metropolis. You know,
Uh-huh.
uh, and
That's pretty cool,
as
actually.
yeah, right. And as always in crossovers like that, you have to start with what? Well, they must first hate each other by some misunderstanding, so that they can fight. You know, before they actually get together and fight the villains.
How is
So
Spider-Man gonna fight Superman? Superman is just gonna do
ah,
this
ah,
like an insect.
we'll get there. We'll get it. That's a legit question. We'll get there. So,
Okay.
the villains in this story are, of course, Lex Luthor and Doctor Octopus, the best villains for the Superman and Spider-Man, respectively. Who, after they got in prison, you have like different chapters. Chapter one is how Lex goes to prison because of Superman. Chapter two, Spider-Man catches. Um, Dr. Octopus, and then they meet in prison. And because Lex has actually some hidden technology that I couldn't find, he manages to get both of them free and say, "Okay, so Doc, now we can work together and smash our, enemies." And to do that, first off, Lex disguised himself as Superman.
What?
Yeah, he has a costume and like a mask and apparently a bodysuit because he looks buff. And he had some technology in the suit so that he kidnaps Lois Lane and Mary Jane
Oh God,
because they're there because they know
that's horrible, man.
Lois Lane has a thing for Superman. This girl there, we think she has a thing for Spider-Man.
Mhm.
So he goes there as Superman. He kidnaps them, but actually it looks as if he kills them because he uses the heat vision in front of Peter Parker.
Oh my God, that's
You
so
know,
horrible.
so he thinks they're dead. Superman did it, so he starts hating Superman. Uh, how is he going to have a chance against Superman? Well, Lex Luthor is the 70s, guys. Keep up. Is the 70s comic books. Lex Luthor actually has a gun that shoots radiation with red sun, and he
Ah,
shoots Spider-Man with it, which temporarily grants him more powers
what?
because of the red sun. And he even feels it when he shoots him with that, and he says, "Oh, now I feel even more powerful," you know. And he starts fighting Superman, but then the effect wears off. And while the effect is wearing off, he starts hitting, and he says the interesting line, "Hey, why did you get hurt all of a sudden?" Ah, and then and then
Face it,
he
Tiger.
hits him
You hit the
again and,
jackpot.
and says again, "Yeah, you are getting harder." And I say, "Oh, Peter, oh, poor Peter."
Oh my God.
And so yeah, and after that, what's happening in comic books, they clear the misunderstanding and they go to fight the villains and they defeat them. They work together.
They find
It's
Mary Jane
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
here,
yeah,
right?
yeah. They find
So she can say,
both of
"Face
them.
it, Tiger."
They find both of them, but you know what is happening there between Lois and Mary Jane. For a minute there, Mary Jane get jealous
Really?
because she thinks that Lois likes Peter. They meet each other and talk, and she scolded her because, "Oh, why are you called Miss Lane? Don't you think that this is not feminine and things like that?" Yeah, that really happens.
What?
Yeah,
How is
yeah,
that feminine?
with a finger and things like that.
She's called Miss Lady. That's
And
her, just her name, and how
you
you
can't be
address
called
her.
Miss apparently.
What?
And before that, Peter stood her up 3 times. Mary Jane,
Uh-huh.
3 times. They had to go to the cinema. He stood her up because something happens. They had to go. I need to go, and I say, well, this is the guy who stood you up 3 times. Why are you getting jealous?
Yeah.
But anyway, and yeah, they saved the girls and the world, and they work together and they understand each other. It's very interesting to see actually that they, Quark and Peter, kind of know about each other because of their reporting things.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Quark knows that knows Peter Parker because that's the guy who always takes photos of Spider-Man. You know, he's a reporter, and also Peter knows about Quark. And, that's the reporter. But back then it wasn't Daily Planet. Actually, it was something else that it was called because they did a merger. But that's another thing. And that's it. It's a fun crossover. If you have 15 minutes, it's actually a great fun because it's still it's campy, but it doesn't have the heavy dramatical things of comic books today. So Mr. Mewtwo, maybe you can try this. It's from the 70s, maybe you like it a bit more. It's campy, as we say, goofy as hell, but the fighting scenes are great because modern comic books today don't have great fighting scenes. In today's comic book, when you open and you have a gigantic battle between heroes and villains, everything is just somewhere there. You see a guy doing this and you don't know what is happening. Here is not like that. Here the art is really great. You know.
Why are you getting harder?
Why are you getting hurt?
Hey, you just got hard.
You just got hurt. He does say that. He does say that. That's a legit thing, guys.
That's so funny. And thank you, King of Monsters, for the 199.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so wonderful. Salute. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this is the first time that I hear this, so super funny to me. Well, that's so funny. But
Well, you're in the comic book, Mary Jane is there.
oh yes, so I get to say face a tiger.
Exactly. I think she tells him tiger at one point.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow,
he was there.
that is a very small tiger there.
After he stood her up,
Yeah, 3 times.
3 times.
Well,
So yeah, and that happened 50 years ago. Now apparently we are getting again to that moment where the two companies decide to do things together, which I thought never going to happen. But apparently losing money from stupid movies ties your hand and it's like, we gotta do it with the competition now because we kind of messed up with our movies.
yeah, he looks great, by the way. That's how I
That's
used to draw Spider-Man myself.
That's from I forget. It was written by Jerry Conway, but Ross Andrew, yes, one of the great Spider-Man artists in the 60s, in the 70s. Sorry,
He just looks great. He has the musculature.
It's a great great piece of art, that comic book. If people find this reprint, because those will be reprints of the original, the two treasures, Fast Miles. It's worth to buy, not so much of the story, but because of the art. Actually, the story is fun, but because of the art, really, that's a great piece to have. I am kind of inclined to read the new thing when they do it in next year, but I'm kind of afraid because I read Deadpool Batman #1 of the two companies. It was horrible. I will check out and Batman Deadpool after that.
Yeah.
But I think the combination is not that good. These two characters don't fit together. Some people said it's interesting because of that, because Batman doesn't fit with Deadpool. It's shit. Anyway, but these two, but these two, we can say that, right?
Yes, I'm just amused.
But but these two fit better to me. I see way better, Spider-Man and Superman together. Now this time it's going to be just called Spider-Man and Superman. This in the 70s was called Spider-Man and The Amazing Spider-Man and Superman. So he was called like that. So here's hope. Maybe it will be good. Yeah.
Indeed. Well, I'm actually excited to see superheroes crossover, especially when they're from two different universes, because I do want to see how they react to each other.
Yeah.
I really want to see that.
Oh, then you should read and you should watch, but I told you to watch it. Why didn't we watch it? Batman and the Ninja Turtles comic books. There is also an animated movie with that. And also I read, and that was totally camp, but I enjoy it. I don't care. Power Rangers and Justice League. Amazing.
Really?
Amazing. King of Monsters. Yeah. A couple of years
Really?
ago. Power Rangers and
Wow.
Justice League. And the Megazord is there. And everybody is there. And the Blue Ranger talks with Batman because they're smart guys. And the Red Ranger, who is the leader, talks with Superman. And they do stuff together. It's morphing time. The Justice League.
My God.
Great. Very, very campy, but really amazing.
This is
So
Creaming pants kind of a
After,
thing.
oh boy,
Creaming
oh
your pants kind of a deal for a
boy.
nerd.
Why is Superman getting hard now? You
Yeah.
see? Because he's a nerd
I
too.
mean, it's just that Spider-Man is getting weaker. That's why Superman is
That's why,
getting harder.
Yep.
I'm definitely going to read Teaming Up with JL. Oh, that's
Yeah,
great, King.
exactly.
That's great.
Oh, Power Rangers and Godzilla too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh,
That's
yes.
a great too.
And how
Yeah.
about Justice League
Justice
versus
League versus
Godzilla?
Godzilla. I have to read that one.
That's
Actually,
new.
haven't. Yeah.
That's new, like
Yeah,
from last year.
exactly.
For the imperium must not fail. Imperium we prevail. The warriors march with sacred might. Their purpose burning crystal bright. To lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light.